I'm
Okay, we
still
get
not
it.
convinced. I say,
Because it's not you.
what do you like more here?
Yeah, how can you?
And Susu? Gaadi ke piche?
For Dilwale promotions, it
Yeah.
was just like
Madness.
It was just madness. I think we both felt like, I think everybody, not we both, but I would say everybody felt like they were just like running. It was like a marathon.
Of course, it's Kajol ma'am and it's Shah Rukh Khan and like, I mean, I would talk most to Varun and Varun Sharma.
As she said everything, मतलब पूरा देख अगली बार ना तू आधा जवाब दे, मैं आधा जवाब दे. So my son has given me this nod. Nissa's like, I'm in Switzerland. I'm at university. I have exams. उसको नहीं पढ़ा है, don't worry. I don't slap her.
चाय लेके आओ, कॉफी लेके आओ types.
मैंने कोशिश की, मैं बोला था ना.
मैंने कभी लाइफ में अपने प्रोड्यूसर को नहीं बोला चाय लेके आओ, कॉफी लेके आओ. Okay. I just feel like when I started working and I, became an actor, I just saw certain relatives sort of treat us differently and that angered me.
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Kajol and Kriti Sanon. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good. How are you doing?
All good, all good.
All good.
Yes, great. So, let's turn the tables here. What if, tell me something, if you had started your career as an actor back in the 90s and you did on the same time when Kriti had, what is that one thing you think you'd have cherished the most?
No social media. I think no instant 500 reviews. I think I would have really cherished that.
There's a lot to cherish actually before social media came on.
Yeah.
In today's day and age, I think I would have cherished my anonymity more.
Wow, okay.
But actually, it's more difficult now to be anonymous.
That's what I'm saying. But once you come into the films, it's a completely different ball game altogether. So yeah, I would have cherished my anonymity before I joined the movies for sure.
That's great.
Because it's tough.
Because
Before
nobody
it's
will be
tough, yeah.
able to agree with me on this point. She does not agree with
No,
me
because
at all.
the
on
question
this
is
point.
something else. She's
The
saying if
question
you were
is
launched...
of this day and time, of this day and time, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. In this day and time, yes, anybody can be famous and anybody can, go on to and become famous. But yes, if I had to join the film industry, the first casualty of that war would be my anonymity. So yes, I would cherish
that.
that.
Way. Yeah.
I'm
Okay, we
still
get
not
it.
convinced. I say,
Because it's not you.
what do you like more here? What do you like more
what
in this
do you
time?
like about this generation more?
What
as
do you
an
like
actor?
more in this time which was not there in
Yeah.
earlier time?
Vanity vans.
Huh.
I have to
Correct.
say.
Now she's happy.
Correct.
Kriti is
Now I'm
convinced.
So yeah.
Vanity vans. Wow. Imagine not having one on
Imagine
set.
that.
Yeah. How did
Yeah.
you change and stuff like that?
Yeah, how can you?
And Susu? गाड़ी के पीछे?
सेट पे होगा ना
शॉट
बाथरूम.
होता था ना पिक्चरों में, वो दो फूल ऐसे आते हैं. वो कुछ ऐसे ही होता था.
सेट पे भी वॉशरूम तो होता ही होगा. Hopefully.
No, I'm suddenly I'm like shocked. Really? What are you saying?
Yeah, well, nothing unless you were shooting on a studio.
हाँ, so live locations
Set.
पे नहीं होता.
Live locations, no. We've shot
my
crazy,
God.
no? Weird ass
To even
live
think about
locations.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm very happy I'm born in this generation.
And we have vanity vans. See,
Yeah. That's important
Yeah,
actually. It's
true.
very important.
True.
Okay. Coming to Do Patti now. Kriti, of course, a lot has been spoken about you both for collaborating on Dilwale first. She said that, she's seen you evolving and changing a lot through that. But I'm sure, when you had first met her on the sets of Dilwale, you must have been a little intimidated because you were also pretty new to the industry at that time. This time around, did you find yourself having a more chill, casual equation with Kajol?
Yeah, I think our eyes actually broke this time, I would say.
Okay.
Like for me, I was too new at that point and we didn't have so many scenes together. Promotions is probably the maximum time that we, spent during Dilwale.
and that too, promotions is just like a.
You don't like
It's
it,
like
no?
for Dilwale promotions, it
Yeah.
was just like.
Madness.
It was just madness. I think we both felt like, I think everybody, not we both, but I would say everybody felt like they were just like running. It was like a marathon that we
Yeah.
had to complete, in a specified amount of time.
And I think I was also myself very new and very almost like a little shy more to myself. I would take a lot of time to really open up. And of course, it's Kajol ma'am and it's Shah Rukh Khan and like, I mean, I would talk most to Varun and Varun Sharma, and that's about it. And in front of these two, I would be a little like, I don't know how much I can say. So I think that also, like with time, you gain confidence as a person. You also open up. I think I've become more of an easygoing, more open sort of a person than what I was at that point. So I feel like, and this time we had like a lot more scenes. So yeah, on set we like chatted a lot. In fact, promotions again, I feel like we're able to like have more conversations, and in flight, you know, you're sitting together. There's more like chilled, relaxed atmosphere. Yeah.
You have to say something?
I absolutely, as she said everything, मतलब पूरा, देख अगली बार ना तू आधा जवाब दे, मैं आधा जवाब दे.
Okay. You know, ma'am, when we had last spoken, you of course had told me that your children don't watch too many of the films or things that you do. But has that changed now? Have they seen the trailer of Do Patti?
They have seen the trailer and both of them have loved it. And of course, they've told me the trailer's really nice and whatever. So I said, you know, you have to watch the movie. So my son has given me this nod. Nysa's like, I'm in Switzerland. I'm at university. I have exams. So I was like,
it's coming on Netflix.
जब वक्त मिलेगा तो देख लेना.
Why do they do this?
I think for her, for both my kids actually, it's they feel like mama is crying. They can't differentiate.
Oh.
Or mama is doing this, mama is doing that.
So it affects them.
Yeah, so it affects them.
You can say mama's not crying in this one.
I'll tell her.
Mama is giving jhapar after jhapar like that you can do.
झापड़ एक ही बार झापड़ मेरा है.
हाँ, एक ही बार पड़ा.
Okay. उसको नहीं पड़ा है, don't worry. I don't slap her.
मुझे नहीं पड़ा. It's there in the trailer, that one.
That
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, but hopefully they'll watch it
Yes,
this time around.
for sure.
Yeah. Kriti, you know, as this is your first time, of course, as a producer, I heard an interview where Shahir was saying that, you know, even when, you know, she would be acting in front of the camera, her mind would be, you know, at 10 other places thinking, you know, if this is going on correctly, because the mind of a producer. Did you ever feel like I'm stretching myself too thin on the set with handling so many things?
I don't think it was ever because I was producing that my mind was going. I think I in general, I'm an overthinker. Okay. And I sort of I am an observer, I'm an overthinker. So for me, I'm looking around, and if I feel something, I just like say it. You know, I feel like I'd rather say my opinion and talk to the other person than just keep it to myself. So it was just that. I don't think it was because I was producing. But yes, I probably was a lot more aware of the film because I've gone through the journey of it, of the script and different levels. And so I think I knew it a lot more deeper than what I would know otherwise. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. But did your perception about actors change in any way?
No. Why?
No, because you get to see a different side of them.
She was really grateful that I was super on time every time.
Did you tell her
She's
ever
very
कि
punctual.
चाय लेके आओ, कॉफी लेके आओ types?
मैंने कोशिश की, मैं बोला था ना.
मैंने कभी लाइफ में अपने प्रोड्यूसर को नहीं बोला चाय लेके आओ, कॉफी लेके आओ. Okay.
Okay, or on a serious note, I know you might not be able to speak too much about it, but I did read somewhere that, you know, the film also deals with a mental health issue. Is it true?
See, I don't want to comment on it because the way you're saying it is not how it is.
Okay.
But, I mean, yeah, it deals with... How should I put it?
I would like to clarify that. And I would say that the trailer pretty much talks about dealing with very, very complex characters.
Yeah.
They're all really complex, twisted, and they are not black and white. All of them, they're not all black and white. And that's really the whole base of the film. That it is a film that where, you know, there are people who are human beings. Yeah. They're not perfect. Each one of them is not perfect.
Not perfect. Yeah.
And the way they see things is the way you as an audience will see it. So the film, eventually when you discover it, will be in bits and pieces and parts. And then of course you come to the climax where you kind of have a ta-da, reveal all moment. But yes, the film is about very, very complex characters, and each one of them is struggling with their own, issues, with their own dependencies, with their own, own ideas, with their own baggage and their own ideas of what life is and what life should be.
Sure. Okay.
And what it actually deals with is much more than that.
Much more than that. Okay.
So.
I'm genuinely looking forward to watching that bit. Okay. From the time that you had started acting, which was the early 90s. है ना?
Yeah.
And you 2014?
Yeah.
I'm sure, even, compared, which was like, let's say, a decade back, which is actually a decade back.
Yeah.
But then from then to now, do you actually see a lot more women on set? I can imagine the difference
Absolutely,
for you.
absolutely. I was used to being the only woman actually with my hairdresser. So it was just me and my hairdresser actually being the only two women on set, and maybe a female co-actor at some point. But yeah, so it was really that, I wouldn't say it was really that much. And now today actually, when I go on set and I see so many, again, let me come back to the situation of vanity vans.
She feels very strongly
I
about
feel
it.
very
Of
strongly
course,
about
you
vanity
should
vans.
understand.
I feel very, very strongly about vanity vans. But I think, honestly, that also has been a huge part and parcel of allowing women to work on sets. It really is a huge part of it, and it's wonderful. I worked on a film with a female DOP for the first time, and I was like, wow. It wasn't a wow moment. I'm sure there have been lots of female DOPs before I worked
much
with
lesser.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was a first for me. And it was, so there's a lot. I saw a female paparazzi. I'm sure you must have also seen her at some point. And I met her. I saw her actually, it must have been about 5-6 years back. But I saw her and I was like, it's really good. I told her that. I was, it's so cool to see a woman for the first time among all these paps who are standing here at a red carpet. It's so cool to see a woman there.
Absolutely.
But still 1 out of 25.
But the point
Long
is
way
that
to
she's
go.
there. There is a long road to
Yeah.
go. Of course there is. And rightly so. Rightly so. Not just because of the convenience factor, just because of the practicalities, technicalities, it has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever else we may say. So yes, there is that aspect of it, but it's wonderful that the ratio has changed from 0 to maybe 35 now, or 25 to 35% on every set is, you have a lot more women ADs. You have a lot more women in costume. You have a lot more women in, even doing BTS and things like that. So there are a lot of fields that have opened up. Lighting, for that matter, lighting department.
Yeah.
There are so many, women who have
Sound
come. Yeah,
gaffers.
sound, all of it.
Yeah.
So it's happening slowly but surely. And like they say, progress is slow, but it's happening slowly but surely.
Absolutely. You were saying something, sorry.
No, I was saying, I think she must have seen a more drastic change.
Yeah.
For me, I think I wouldn't say I've seen a change in 10 years. It's been more or less similar. Even on my first film, there were some female ladies and all of that. There have still been some sets where it's lesser and some there's more. I think it depends from project to project.
But when you have women in power positions, let's say in the ecosystem of a film set, do you see, what does it do really on a film set? What's the consequence of that?
I think just looking at everything from both the lenses is important.
Yeah.
A perspective, whether it's a woman's perspective, even when they're ADs, like a lot of directors have conversations with the ADs. What are you feeling about the scene? What did you feel here? And I think to have both perspectives is important.
Safety also, maybe, somewhere?
Definitely.
Right. Okay. On a very last note, the last question that I have for you is, one of the prevalent themes in your film is also sibling rivalry, which we see. Now, both of you have sisters also working in the film industry. And the problem is women are constantly pitted against each other, right here. Comparisons are sometimes inevitable. Have you ever had these external factors sort of trickle down in your equations with your sisters?
For me, I would say yes, at some point, definitely. But I think we've kind of sorted it out. We sorted it out. And it was momentary. It wasn't so much that, it wasn't something that, that worked too much against us. So yes, because she is, definitely, Tanishaa is in the movies and she is, doing films, etc. So yes, there is that certain, this thing, there was, I would say, not anymore, but yeah.
I don't think I've gone through that.
Okay.
Not yet, at least. Nothing has really trickled to the extent of me and her feeling a certain way about each other. But obviously, I feel like when I came to the industry, and that time she was not even
Yeah, she was very young. no?
Yeah, she was not even in Mumbai and whatever. But I just feel like when I started working and I, became an actor, I just saw certain relatives sort of treat us differently, and that angered me.
Like
I
treat
used
the
to-
two of you differently.
Yeah, like, when we would go to their place,
Okay.
or how they would approach me, or how they would wish me on my birthday, and how they would wish her on. Like, I just felt like, which I found very immature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that used to irritate me. And I think she is very strong, and I would say, and very, very mature. Even though she's my younger sister, I feel like she acts very mature and she handles things no matter how much it touches her heart or bothers her. I think she never lets it come on face.
That's
So, yeah.
great. That's great. On that note, thank you so much to both of you. Looking forward to Do Patti. I'm going to watch it tomorrow.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.